Right. So, Doctor Who. We had revealed to us, courtesy of the BBC. They just revealed it, but this is reported on over at Doctor Who TV. We've got the season 15 writers revealed. Okay.
Yay!
Specifically needed to be called as Juno Dawson. Anyone know who that is? I mean, you sort of spoiled it in
the best selling, according to the Sunday Times, novelist about gay.
Did a book called this book is gay. This book is banned. In fact, in many locations for many reasons. So it's really important to note, like a lot, this they've already written and filmed this season, right?
It's done. Yeah, it's done
and done. Like it's in the can. It's ready to drop. And the BBC, just generally speaking, they want to double down, right? Why would they do any form of introspection to realize, to I don't know, analyze why the ratings are as bad as they are? They don't. Why would we do that, guys? Why would we do any introspection? Why would we bother when we can just double down and just chow down on this degenerate shite? Like, why would we not? So, obviously, this is going to cause a great deal of controversy, I think, personally. And so, who is this individual? Right. Well, Star Whovian tweeted some stuff out, and I thought this was quite interesting. So, Russell T Davies has just hired this person as a new writer for season 2. Doctor Who is finished. Well, who is this person? Who is this person? Juno Dawson's This Book is Gay, removed from Children's Books Ireland Reading Guide. What's page 156? How Sex App works.
Just so we can get this clear before we dive in. Is that a dude? Sorry, was that person born a male? Let's put it that way.
Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Okay. Absolutely.
Okay.
How could you tell?
Which I'm going to get to in a minute.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay.
Well, I'm going to get to that in a minute because actually, this person is incredibly homophobic as well. I know. Oh, yes. Oh, this person is the biggest contradiction you've ever seen in your life. It's very comical. I get called a bigot. Holy shit, this leftard is the biggest bigot I've seen for quite some time. Wow. So this is in their book. How Sex Apps Work. This is a book for children. Upload a tiny pic of yourself to the app. The app works out your location. The app tells you who the nearest homosexuals are. You then chat to them. Because they are near, it's easy to meet up with them. Well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Dawson's book explores growing up as LGBTQ+ and addresses a variety of issues, including sex, politics, stereotypes. However, the book has been challenged due to sections that provide detailed advice to children on anal and oral sex and sexting. There's more.
Wow.
Wonderland by Juno Dawson. A review. The objectification of children's bodies should raise a critical eyebrow, Alice says. Quote, the fact I exist is enough. The fact I'm young is a bonus. I'm a blow-up doll. Now, we're laughing about some of this. This is disgusting. This is groomer behavior. I would check this person's hard drive. This is foul. So, yeah, we're laughing about some of this stuff, but this is disgusting. I'm a blow-up doll. Added to this, Alice boasts about his perky little boobs. This is a child that they're talking about. These views can only be cultivated in a porn-saturated society, as can the circumstances around Alice's disturbing confession that he, legally still a child, is having, quote, an active app-based sex life with books that use phrases like, quote, let them use your body and get effed both ends like a little piggy. And, quote, you're an effing cum slut, worthless tranny whore. Should not be recommended to children. No shit. This is foul. Utterly, utterly foul. But like I said, this individual is a homophobe as well. There are a lot of, this is a quote by this individual. There are a lot of gay men out there who are gay men as a consolation prize because they couldn't be women. That was certainly true of me. There's another quote where this person's a raging misogynist as well, and talks about purposely liking being a woman because women just get penetrated. So the objectification of females is there as well. Pretty disgusting. This individual has now been hired by the BBC.
Sure. Doctor Who is ostensibly a child's program, isn't it? It's supposed to be for children or younger people, really, or that's what it always used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, see, this is the problem, right? It used to be back in like the 70s or 80s or even the 90s, there'd be like gay pride parades through New York or wherever. And the classic thing would be, we're here, we're queer, get used to it. And the old argument used to be, whatever consenting adults get up to in the privacy of their own home is nobody else's business if it doesn't hurt anyone, which is sort of a reasonable argument. But it's not that anymore, is it? It's not what two consenting adults want to do in their own room in the privacy of private property or whatever. No. It's actually being pushed out, the degeneracy pushed out into the public and, in fact, forced on minors. Well, so that's a complete sea-changing argument, isn't it? It's not the same thing. Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. No wonder that book has been banned in countries that have actually still got some sense of sort of morality. Anything which robs children of their childhood or their innocence is evil. It's as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. It's a fucking mental person. This is someone suffering from a mental illness, in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree. Completely agree.
Yeah. Revolting or disgusting. It's not really like the words, they're not strong enough, right?
Oh yeah, like again, you know, we're sort of having a bit of a joke about some bits and pieces here and there, but this is genuinely foul and, as you said, evil. It truly is evil. I mean, you don't write like there is. Children need to be children for as long as possible, right? Because the world is a brutal, horrendous place, right? Like it is. It's not a great place, you know. And so, I mean, you know, kudos to you guys in America. You've voted your way out of some nonsense at the moment. But largely speaking, and responsibilities and things like that, you know, if we're going to remove everything else from the equation, responsibilities are hard in life. And as you become an adult, you know, you realize that the more and more responsibilities you take on, just by existing, life is quite hard. You know, children should be children for as long as you possibly can be. Why would you write something for children which overtly sexualizes them and teaches them about stuff which they have quite literally no reason to know? Like, there is no reason to know this stuff. They don't need to know any of this stuff. Like, it's unless you're a groomer. Unless you are grooming children or trying to sexualize children to a point where it's normalized and your behavior becomes normalized. I can't see the reason why else you would do this.
Or, as you say, not in a more broader way, is to normalize it for all of society, because your ultimate aim is to destroy or ruin or subvert the very fabric of society. Yeah, and yeah, could you get anything more despicable than that? Yeah, I think anything that even touches on taking away the innocence of children is one of the worst things an adult could do. Obviously, short of actual physical crime. What an unspeakable thing to be engaged in. Yeah, revolting, absolutely revolting.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And it's not a massive surprise. You know, Russell T Davies, he's the showrunner, obviously, of Doctor Who. He's more than happy to be like, no, I'm absolutely right about my experiences as a gay man in Doctor Who. And you're like, right, okay. It's not really relevant to anything, but okay, buddy. Okay. And he talks about how he's going to inject all of that into everything he does ever. It's like, yeah, okay. No one cares what you do, to be fair, mate. Like, you're sort of fictionalizing your life into utter drivel. Be my guest, I guess. But it's not really a surprise that he would then hire this individual. It's not really a surprise that the BBC would hire this individual either, because the BBC, largely renowned for, one, shit programming, but two, groomers and pedos. Groomers and pedos. They have a propensity for hiring groomers and pedos. And that's not that.
No, it's a statement of fact, Nate. The number of actual sex criminals that have worked for the BBC is insane.
It's alarmingly high.
It's it's way more than just like the average in society, right? Way more. And some really bad ones as well. Some really, really bad ones.
Oh,
doesn't surprise me at all. Doesn't surprise me at all that they're now engaged in just out and out perversion and subversion. That is what Auntie has become.
Gross. No wonder the TV license is being cancelled en masse. No wonder. Absolutely no wonder. Let's get your thoughts, Culture, buddy.
Doctor Who's been dead for a long time. I don't care. I don't care to ever see it again. I will not watch it. I will be happy to track the numbers on it, talk about it. We do have a Doctor Who TV website that we rely on for numbers. They do an incredible job. They're a wonderful liaison for Nate. And I will just tell you that this person is being involved in it is not going to bring anybody back. Usually when you're trying to restructure a show or make people return to it, you try to do the very best that you can to go towards what the fans are telling you they want, rather than to do everything to just point the finger at and piss them off more. I can't imagine what this person could add to this show that would be a positive for bringing back said audience. I really am sick and tired of the lectures coming from any television or film or video game or anything. I do not have time for it. You are been proven in my country in mass. This is a do not want. Nobody wants this garbage. They especially don't want it around children. And the fact that you are, catering to a very tiny, small fraction of a percentage is absolutely disgusting. So you shoved the trans person down our throat early on in the show. At least, especially since the reboot, we're tired of it. You guys, I'm sorry that you have to suffer this. The TV license isn't worth anything. You have compromised or captured news, and everything about your culture, your public culture that you espouse through your government mouthpieces, your media sources, whether it's the BBC or else, is complete bunk and trash and detestable and disgusting. And you elevate these people to deity state. Though, and that's one of the many regions your culture is struggling. That, and you let a mass invasion show up on your shores, and are not held accountable.
I've got to stop you there. We don't let this happen. It's done
against our will. Yeah,
we have voted for decades to stop it, and we have been ignored. So,
okay, well, again, it was the royal you. But
no, I know what you said. I just want to clarify, because there might be some Americans watching that are like, "Oh,
yeah,
Doctor Who people just randomly turn up and get given crap." No, we don't. We're pissed off.
Doctor Who television, regardless, is a great resource. I know both Nate and I have used them for a long time now, tracking Doctor Who. I fell out of love. I fell out of love with Doctor Who 3 times now in my life. And they were all tied to the political garbage that was being injected. And for now, we are 5 years of this crap at this point. 2 of the new Disney season garbage that we're all just going to have to, ignore. But your TV license is being canceled, not just for the terrible pop culture shows you make, but also because none of your news programs are honest. It's why people are going to GB News and other places for their information, because you can't trust your state media. Not that you ever should have. And you have to find a way to get out of that structure so that you actually get some legitimacy in your information, because outside of perhaps Lotus Eaters and a few other things, like I've been watching The Talk a bit and some other stuff. I wouldn't be seeing these things if it weren't for YouTube or other video platforms, but I'm grateful for them because at least somebody's speaking truth to power in the UK. So well done. Yeah, I want to talk about British politics so badly. I'm going to have one or both of you on, or maybe different videos, because the nonsense that's going on over there that's being reported is just wild. I mean, you literally let people shut down your bridge yesterday so that they could, present a religious faith as the dominant culture there. I don't know if that was a couple days ago or whatnot, but I promise you this: if somebody does that here in the States, they usually get run over. So, but it is what it is. I don't know. The problem with tolerance is it makes you look weak. And if you present tolerance for too long, it just demonstrates you're weak. And it's a hot mess over there. That's all I have to say.
Or are the people very, very deliberately, cynically taking advantage of a culture of tolerance? Yeah, a proselytizing, aggressive creed like Islam, for example. Yeah, the Islamification of Britain is truly, truly worrying. Yeah, people should watch GB News or lotuseaters.com. Do check out lotuseaters.com. Can get your news.
I was actually there. I mentioned you first, actually.
Yeah, you definitely mentioned it. Yeah. One thing I would say about the BBC, I wrote an article ages ago when I was quite new at Lotus Eaters, so like 3 years ago, maybe more, something in that ballpark. Anyway, I wrote an article saying we need to talk about Auntie, because any Americans watching or anyone from any other country might not know that we used to call the BBC Auntie, like it was a cherished member of your family. They used to do, sometimes would make shows called Auntie's Sporting Bloopers, where it's just a clip show of sports bloopers that Auntie, the BBC, would bring you. Anyway, I wrote an article saying we need to talk about Auntie. And it was saying that, the BBC never used to be this bad. It was always a mouthpiece for the establishment, always, since inception, since before World War II. But it's only done this super woke, all the nonsense that we look at and we're dealing with and we talk about now, that's relatively new. Well, very new, really, like 10 years or so, something like that. Even in the early 2000s, it wasn't like that. It was much as it has always been.
Basically, since Brexit, to be fair.
Yeah.
Brexit was the tipping point, I think. For
not all that long. It's been this vehicle for subversion. But yeah, and we need to talk about, and I talked about how, imagine you've got like a beloved auntie who comes round every day and sits in your living room every day. And pretty suddenly, she's changed. And she's no longer this beloved auntie who plays with the children kindly and has kind, nice, informative conversations with everyone. Now she's just spewing filth and making you feel guilty about being white or something, making you feel guilty about being born British or being born in your family or whatever it is. Just disgusting stuff every single day piped into your living room. It's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing. And Doctor Who is just one of those symptoms. Will it ever change? I don't know. I don't watch TV hardly ever. I certainly don't pay my TV license. And nor shall I. This effectively a pedo ring. I'm not giving them a single penny. No, they're not getting a single penny out of me in order to pump their filth into everyone's living room. No. Not in a million years.
No. Likewise, I no TV license here. Absolutely not. Never will. Disgraceful. When people turn up to my house, I'm like, well, you can try and come in. You're not gonna. It's like, no, you ain't coming in here, buddy. Not fun. As for Doctor Who and whether it's going to be cancelled or will it continue, things like that, the studio where it's filmed in Wales has basically announced over on Instagram that Doctor Who was filmed there in past tense. It's basically gone now, so it's looking likely that this is the last season we're getting for a while. So we'll see. We will see. It's looking likely, but who knows? We will see. But as for this, I mean, just get ready for the complaints coming through when this writer's episode comes up, because it's going to be utter. We can guess what's going to be in it. It's very predictable. We can guess.
Mm.
So there you go. I thought this one would be fun to kick started with, and we will shuffle on from here.